Hello my friends, welcome to Beavers Endgame. This map is a giant one. It's 256 by 256 by Janleon and EvoSan. A harsh environment awaits you, a powerful current and a rugged region, and old bombs will force you to act. There are seamless, endless possibilities for diverting water through the region, and rich veins of metal and new danger await you underground in ancient caves. I believe in you and your beavers that you can make it through this endgame. And honestly, to say that this map is hard is an understatement. Mr. Janleon has well over 60 maps, and when he worked with EvoSan here, this map is the most devious, most amazing, most brutal map I've ever played, and I didn't know it until I was well past the beginning. Alright, let's go check it out in the beginning. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is the very beginning of the Beavers Endgame. Our map mostly consists of this portion right here that you can see in the early game. It takes a lot before we can get much further out of here. This is our main source of water, and it's a beautiful little river that flows around and off, and there's bad water all around. This is a really overwhelming map in the beginning. But basically, you start off, and for me especially, I didn't really leave this area for a while. But then you might be going, oh wait a second, isn't that, yes, a ticking bomb. And another one. And more. Unstable cores all over. Multiple bad water sources. Nothing looks green except for the areas that you can see having been flooded. And trust me when I say that nothing is safe. You will see when I go to play, when we load up my game, I have a few areas, like I think there's one over here. It's hard to tell, the map looks so different when it's empty. I think there was one spot over here. There's a few places that I looked at when I first started this map and thought to myself, hey, that's not so bad. I can handle that. You know, you just go from here and work your way out. Whatever. It's a great little home base here. It's a wonderful idea. I applaud those thoughts for you. Mr. Janleon and EvoSan definitely had all of us chumps in mind when they did this map. Now, I'm kind of scrolling down a little quickly, but you might notice that there's a lot of underwater rivers here. And then you get to the bottom and there's absolutely nothing. You work your way up, there's some rivers, some bad water rivers. Oh yeah, that's because that's bad water. There's 4 of them that flow into there. And overall, you know, not so bad. Not so bad. Yeah. Until you start have bad water coming out of here. And then it's all bad water. This map is awesome. I don't know how many tries I took, but it was fun. Alright. Let's go load up the next map, shall we? Alright, my friends. Here we are again. And you may notice that I have a district center right here. I named it the Kraken after I realized just how dangerous this map can get. And if you look around, you may notice that there is not a lot of green land. It is hard to spread out the water on this map. Now, this is the original water hole and the original river. I kind of blocked it off here, except for when it overflows, and then it goes there as well, and goes around and through and around in this way, and then it pours off to the side, and it pours off into here. Now, if you recall, when we were looking at it before, this side was red, and over here was Blue River. Well, this turned into my excessive water pool. Just because. Then it became too much excessive water when there's monsoons on the go. It floods up over here, down this way, floods this entire basin to the point where this goes green. Now, there's a bed tide approaching, but if we do the evil... why is everything green? Why did everything go green? That's so weird. It shouldn't be that green? Okay, well, I'm gonna jump to a monsoon season. Just to make life interesting. I say jump to monsoon? Nope, bad tide. Rain. Monsoon. Alright, we'll let it go through the monsoon. Get out of that. I didn't have to do that on the last map to see what I was doing, really. And let's get back to here. So, this opening area here, where the district center, I don't think I moved it hardly, if at all. I left it there. I did not build more. There is an awful lot of crawling underground in order to get this water to flow right. In the end, I built myself some bad water systems. I learned an awful lot about how to make these wheels work. Double wide, not very much power, at least not from a single water source. Over here, these wheels get a lot stronger. I have had them up to 3,500 at different times, especially during a bad flood, when I didn't have proper control. These are the other two bad water sources here, supplying more power to these wheels. That one's at 1,100. That one's at 12. Oh, I haven't taken my scaffolding down from these ones here. This is the last thing I finished building. These wheels here. Finished watching Falling Skies, actually, while I was building it. 1,500 here. Yeah, pretty nice. Oh, it's lagging out. Let me move, game. Please, let me move. There we go. That's what I get for doing this while it's running. Now, you also might notice that I've got this weird thing here. Well, I decided I want bad water. Used to be pulling it from here. During a bad flood, this water would flood. So I'm like, screw it. I am going to build myself my own beautiful, absolutely wonderful little deep bad water pumps. And one layer wasn't enough. So it's flowing over the edge. Because it's 2 layers. And all this is the excess water flowing out of here, very controlled and secured inside. Because all that does is add a little bit of extra water into this. I found that when I had the water too high for, not very surprising reasons, things happened, bad things happened. These wheels got lifted up because they flood off, stuff like that. So this ground is very different than it used to look. You can still see some explosive holes from Mr. Janleon there. This one was a dud, just there to scare you. Over here was one of the water sources, and it had a nice little peninsula here. Well, I found out when I'm making timbits and tim bots, whatever, the timbits for the bots, they need pine resin, so I expanded all the way out. Over here, I've got some more wood chopping. Used to have, oh yeah, that is one of the aquifers. And at one point I was pumping water out of here. Didn't want to keep doing that because I want to keep everything up there green. And you can see the remains where the pump used to be. More blueberries. This is my happy fun land for these guys. We got our exercise plazas. We got our campfires. We've got our motivation, or motivator. Okay, we've got wind tunnels, and we've got mud baths. Lots of fun. Oh, of course, frog statue. All is frog. And if we take a look down here, you see this area here had a secret water source. Oh, it's lagging on me again. How dare it. Secret water source that you had to unlock over here. Now it supplies enough water for this entire area to keep growing. It's great. It's absolutely great. Over here we've got some more fields. We've got some soybean fields here and some canola up here. Got to keep the bots working. I did power my two-way networks because honestly getting water around on the or power around on this map was going to be fun. This being my second Iron Teeth map, I had a lot of fun doing it. Down here we had a nice little area that was hidden away, so I just made it cassavas. Sure. Why not, right? It's a cute little area, and some of my extra decontamination pods were over there just in case. Because, yeah, my guys have gotten polluted a lot. We've got our main oak farm here, main coffee farm here. And once again, I went underground, and I added my own water. And I noticed by doing it this wide and no more than 3 deep, I'm keeping them compressed with water through the droughts, and it's keeping all of my ground. So I'm probably going to be doing like 10 by 6s. And, oh, yeah, no peeking at that corner. We'll get back to that corner. That's my favorite corner. And as you can see, the reservoir here is over, filling up nicely. And at the rate of this bad tide, it'll, or monsoon, sorry, it'll flood out. Over here we have our industry, where the initial industry was set up here with all the things I thought I was going to need, because I wasn't going to do bots. And then I realized how bad iron teeth are at farming. So I drastically reduced my beaver population and brought my bots up. These tin bots take a lot. Some gears, some pine, and some extract in order to make a tin bot. And yeah, that pine resin really surprised me. Over here, it's a nice compact thing. Every level's got something. And then they go up a level. We've got tube ways for them to get in and out. And it just keeps going up for all the stuff they need before they go back and forth to the main storage zone. Over here, we've also got more crops, and these areas here only end up greenifying when the monsoon comes. I said lower levels. Down, 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 down. Keep going. Ooh, it's going slow. We're at 5 frames a second. That probably explains a few things. I dropped my graphics down to low as well. Well, drop it down to speed 1 instead of 2. Trying to get that water to fill up over here, because over here we've also got extra water storage right here, which is why the ground above it isn't so green. And over here was my original mangrove. Didn't realize that I had to have gatherers for them, or for the coffee at first. Learning lots from this Iron Tooth play, I gotta say. And over here is my main food processing area. We've got a whole bunch of hydroponic gardens over here. Over here, we've got oh, no crap. That's right. Can't press that button. Press that button while I've got buildings activated, and it takes me into whether I want beaver or bio. No, I don't want you to lag out the game. Uh-oh. Okay, so that was a very rude interruption. It took me a while to get back into the game, actually. And a few loads and a restart and etc. So here we are back again, approximately where I left off. My main garden area. Oh yes, I was coming to show you my food processing. So here we go. We've got 6 food factories, kind of. See, that's what I was doing last time. Changing from bio to bot. And yeah, more factories, more breweries. And I found out 2 oil presses, not nearly enough. So I just kept adding on top. And like you'll see, there's a nice little charge station in here. We got more presses. I didn't figure out what to put in here, but continue going up. We got more food factories. And all of them are connected with tubeways. Tiny tubeway stations are beautiful and creates a nice little pattern on the back here. Got more liquid storage to help with all the different things. Of course, my builder huts. And then we come back over here. And underneath all this, there is a water section right here. And it only fills up when this fills up. And that's been dry for a few seasons. So, yeah, we're not even going to get to see that. Over here, you can see more of the water storage. I was trying to do more of that 6 wide, but it was also kind of deep, so it caused more problems when I wasn't careful. I'm trying to stop that. Alright, let's see. And over here we have one of my storages. Oh yes. Up above, we've got 3 earth drills. I ended up putting them there and never moved them, so that works. But when we come down, oops, a little too far. No, here we go. You can see we've got rows and rows of large industrial piles. when you need 5 of these to get one of the folktail... Oh, somehow I'm missing one. Not gonna question, just moving along. When you need 5 of these to get one of the folktail ones, like, I just doubled up on all my lines. I got all these, and it is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 layers deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. So 5 layers deep, 20 buildings. Yeah, you do the math. And over here is my number crunchers, because with the bots you need numbers, and also I am running a science mod that has some neat little bits in it. Anyone who's used to the Steam modding store should recognize the name Luke Jesus Saves. He makes some absolutely amazing mods, and weather is one of them. Wait a second. Here we go, weather settings. So you can come in here, enable and disable different things. So every option here is possible to happen when I am running weather. Every time the seasons change, if it's going to be a good season, it could be rain, it could be temperate, surprisingly refreshing, monsoon. Beautiful way to make the game more interesting. But then the science part of it, you can increase your work efficiency, precision maintenance, and see, some of these are daily. I didn't bother with the emergency ones, because by the time I got this running, it not necessary. But what's my daily cost? So 1746. At one point I wasn't getting that much. I'm a little over right now, but that's fine. That's fine. I can go with that. Now, when you look down here, you see on this 256 by 256 map, I have got my things going everywhere. It is... all these tubeways are doing wonderful work. And amusingly, this is where we're going to head to next. This is my storage corner. So right over here, just to the right, is my industry area. We've got water, we've got coffee, we've got extract, we've got canola oil, bad water, and water. And then we go up a level, and everything's the same, except we've got grease at the end, because I decided to go for the bots. And then here, we've got gears, explosives, pine resin, Tim bots, which is the bot version, because I used to have a double row of berries. Karabis, like everything that you need to store in your storage is here, with tiny two-way stations going through. And it's just going up, up, up. And then we have probably my favorite part of this entire map. And we'll just take it straight to the top here to show it all off. Even take off that extra stuff. This is my beautiful living area. All the wonderful things that they could need here. Ooh. Look at this. Beautiful statues and the beavers. They work hard. They've got their clocks, lampposts, braziers. You come down here. We've got... I'll turn this back. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, it is on. Turn this back on, and so now you can see the pool. And even when they're in the pool... Whoops. Okay. Just don't mind me swinging around. Well, in the pool, we've got the swim clocks. We've got some statues. We've got some bells so they can hear them underwater. I remember seeing... Oh, that one's facing the wrong way. Well, that's hard to tell when they're in blueprint form, but I guess, whatever. That way, you know, they can see how fast they're going. We've got our med bay here. Not really necessary now that the bots are around. We've got our decontamination bay because they still managed to get themselves bad watered somehow. Some fun zones here. Making sure that everything they could possibly want is right here. Okay, let's let me out of that screen. There we go. So now we take a look at the housing. So we've got all the beautiful things above that are going to make them happy while they sleep. That's cool. We'll take it down. We got the roofs. Once again, keeping them happy, making them good. Then we've got a ton of rooftop terraces. So they can come in here and do that. And then all their housing leads down because they can't get out. Over here, I've got a nice little bench, and over here, I've got a nice little bench. They can't get out. Over here, nice little bench. Can't get out. Housing, even right here, they can't get out. They have to walk through past the water and one of every food and water in order to leave. So that way they're always fed before they go out, hopefully. Right now, we are at 74 happiness. Look at that. Almost topped out on everything. Got 12-hour work days. And one of the most beautiful things that I have found for mods is this thing called 2 shifts. When you have a 12-hour workday and 2 shifts, you've now turned one building into double the workforce. Much more necessary for... We'll cancel that. Much more necessary for some things than others. Like when you have bots in, they don't do that. They don't need a second shift. They just work 24/7. These guys need a lot of recharging stations too. I learned that the hard way. Looks like I might still be learning it the hard way, but that's fine. That's fine. So yes, beautiful waterways, beautiful map. If you are looking for a hard time, I highly recommend checking out Beavers Endgame. This map will challenge you. It looks big, it looks scary, and I mean, you're not really wrong. However, it is wonderful. Now, let's see. We're going to... How do they not have enough material? That's funny. Okay, well, we're going to be waiting for a moment while they do that. I guess I didn't quite finish that off. What's with all that blue over there? That was weird. Alright. Yeah, they're almost done. We'll let them do that. Get that ready. Lots and lots of extract needed for those Timbots as well. That's one other thing I discovered. Built a few too many gear shops, all because of those Timbots. It was quite ridiculous. Alright, I'm going to pause this and we'll come right back. Alrighty, so with just a little bit speeding ahead, we now have 5 and 5. So, I've got it set to launch. We are going to pop down into a little first-person view. And let's see that thing launch. Oh, it's on the wrong side of the tower. Uh-oh. Leg. What happened? Ew. Okay, that didn't work. Is it launching? Ha, it's not launching. There we go. Where are we? Can't see a thing. I'm supposed to be seeing it launch. How did that happen? Oh well. Look at them go. Whee! Glide away, my little ones. Glide. Head to unknown lands and unknown places. The next place in the map. In the big book of maps. Look at them go. Whee! All next to that giant tubeway station, which provides the above ground main route across the 3/4 of the map that it goes. Basically just doesn't touch the pine tree section, which is fine. Man, I can barely move without setting that going. High score of 84. Oh my goodness. They all have room to improve. Oh wow. Okay, tell me how many things I blew up there, please. Z launches, so they go well. I should have counted. Is it launching 8 or 16? Because I have it set for 2 shifts. No, that was only 8. Alrighty. There we go. There's our specs. Flexible unlocked. Only 4 died to explosions. That's good. 2.275 water. 1.4 trees. So Honestly, I spent less time on this map. It's 182 cycles, and I barely let go of this map till about 120. At 120, I could walk away and it was safe. Prior to that, I could not take my eyes off this map. This map was amazing, Janleon and EvoSan, I think. Uh-oh, it took too long since I read that now. You guys did great work. Thank you so much, and thank you all for checking this out. Hope you all have a good one, and we'll see you around next time.